that kind of stuff I can get away with. So Fanon Snape's a little more arrogant, a little more I'm here, deal with me, in your face kind of guy. Plus he's teacher mode, so I often call Fanon Snape academic Snape because he's got the teacher robes and the frock coat and all that. But when you deal with canon Snape, instead of having 4 things like Fanon Snape, you're dealing with a factor of 7, maybe 8 different things going on in that Snape's mind. The worst of it is all the things we already know about canon Snape. There's a war, he's stressed, he's spy, he's alone, now he's heartbroken. You wonder if there's a level of patheticness in there, there's a lack of control. It was only when Snape was made headmaster that he began to have a level of control. There was a point where he got very angry about, you've had me protect Harry all this time, only to lead him to slaughter. And then the point is then he says, no, I have a plan. So that was kind of interesting. But the whole point is canon Snape's a lot more difficult to do. And if it wasn't for Lauren playing Lily, so I could just play the whole Lily angle, made my night a little easier to deal with.
It's hard to find the perfect Snape.
It is. It's really a blend. And I mean, I look at myself in the mirror when I'm doing this, and to quote Amy Martin, I look like a hot Jewish guy. I've also had people, when I went to the book event with the Atlanta HP people, and they've been really a blessing in many ways. And I said, well, do you want me to do canon or Fanon Snape? They said, do canon Snape makeup with the Fanon Snape costume. I said, you mean wear the frock coat with the ugly makeup? They go, yes. I go, well, why not the robes? They go, you're dealing with muggles. They won't understand. They're familiar with the movie. Wear the frock coat. So I did.
Tell me about the reaction that you get from the convention goers, from people that you see on the street. And then the conventions where people will come up to you and want to take your photograph, they want to take pictures with you.
Actually, I have a lot to thank the Atlanta HP people, because when I told them I was going to Phoenix Rising, they told me what to expect from their experiences at Lumos. But even if you did your Snape at this level, people will be asking to take a lot of photos with you. And they said, don't freak out at it. I also went with a group of people, so in case of folks, may have gotten out of hand, it would have been dealt with. But what I didn't expect was, when I first did Professor Snape and I finally brought him up to the level that you see here on this video, is that he stunned people. I had people come up to me and just walk around me with a look of amazement and wonder. They did not know who I was. I got a lot more fangirled at Phoenix Rising than I did here. But I think it's because the younger people don't know quite what to do with me, whereas out at Phoenix Rising, they were all fan fiction writers, and they saw Snape and they were going for him. I had taken some pictures of my photographs into some male friends I work with, and they had an interesting reaction that this was pretty scary.
And what does your family think about this? Are they supportive?
Oh, my husband thinks this is hilarious. So when I started doing this, he knows I have this element in me, and he thought it was kind of cool. And my husband said, sure, I'll kiss Professor Snape. And I said, why? He goes, well, I know what you are underneath it all. Would you dance with Professor Snape? He goes, sure. I go, oh, great, the slashers will have a lot of fun with that. He knows that the engineer in me, or as one of my friends says, is I have a tremendous and intense desire to do things to perfection. And the thing is people who know me in the fandom know I haven't written crap in 8 months. And you're looking at the reason why. It's because my fandom direction got refocused to cosplay and theatrical art. And you think about the fan artists, God bless them. They do things on the computer, on paper, they scan it in. So they do their work on a piece of paper. My fan art is I do the work on myself.
I saw the photos of the fondling.
Which fondling? He was fondled an awful lot.
On someone's bed.
Oh, that was kind of fun. What happened is after art night, we all went back to our rooms, and the people from Trinidad were going to make Trini rum punch. And It was very hard for me to get drunk in New Orleans because I was on such an adrenaline rush. So I had like one drink, and I kind of said, you know, there's about an hour left to Professor Snape before he dies. And what do you want him to do? So the first thing they all wanted to do is said, go lay on the bed. And they all took pictures of what I call quasi-porn, but they all had their clothes on. I said, I'm not taking my clothes off. And so we all just sat around and had fun. It was like a big junior high slumber party. And then I was also there with somebody called Stupid Drawings from LiveJournal. So she says, how about Snape jumping up and down on the bed? Oh, and then a pillow fight. I said, okay, fine, that's what you want to do. It's out on YouTube, folks. You can all watch it.
By the way, I usually don't do this. I pay people to do this.
Excuse me?